What's up YouTube, Fuzzfinger here, and welcome to this latest video for the Zodiac Age, where I'm going to be giving you some tips and advice on how to achieve the Cartographer trophy, which requires you to explore every map, although the actual practice of it is not quite as scary as the details there would have you believe. So if you enjoy watching, please don't forget to support me by hitting the like button, and stay tuned for today's show. So actually, despite the trophy text telling you to fully explore every map for the Cartographer to pop, you actually don't need to do that. You just need to enter the area in order for it to class as, you know, being triggered or whatever the case may be. So if we just head over to the world map here, which is the easiest way to track your progress, basically if you just go onto an area, for example, let's say we're going to the Feywood, not the Feywood because that's a bad example since I've fully explored that. If we go into Xertine and Caverns, which some of you are probably going to struggle with, because of the nature of the dungeon, you can see here on my map that there's still a few areas that I haven't even stepped into, and yet I managed to get the trophy. The reason for that is I actually did go into these areas, I just never explored them, and that's all you have to do. You just have to step into every area, and then the game registers that as an area that you've been to. So all you really have to do to check your progress is just start at the bottom. This is what I did. If we just go down here, okay, that's the bottom, and then just click on each area basically and just make sure that you can see the whole map. In fact, I believe if you purchase a map from a cartographer, then it classes as that map being fully complete anyway. You don't even have to go there, which is helpful. I could be wrong on that, but even if you do have to go there, you can at least see all the areas you need to visit. So just go through them all and then just see where it is that you need to actually go and explore. If you've got like arrows, blue arrows that exit, but you don't have the text of the name of the place that they lead to, then chances are you haven't visited that section. So it's a good idea to start in those kinds of places. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to explain to you in a moment some of the bits that some of the places and areas that you may have missed, since most people do, even I did, and then if you are missing anything after that, it is just a case of going through the maps here and seeing where it is that you haven't been to. So let's get started with Bajurba, because Bajurba is obviously the Sky City, but this section over here is a place that you probably haven't visited for the normal run of the game, because there's nothing to do there normally. There's no shops, no quests, and it's a kind of balcony area, so let's just head over there. Right, so this is the balcony I was just talking about a moment ago. And you probably haven't, as I say, been here unless you've actually come here for the exploration. So make sure you do check this place out if you're still missing something. And the next place that you're going to want to look at doing, if you haven't been there, is a kind of hidden place in the Lhusu Mines. So let's just head over there now. And the handy thing is the Lhusu Mines is, of course, accessible from Bajurba, but I do recommend just using the orange save crystal, because the bit that we need in the Lhusu Mines is actually closer to the crystal than it is to the entrance. The Site 6 North area, which is just up here. It's not the Site 6 which you've probably been to on the way to fighting Gilgamesh and whatnot, but just through here there's a hidden path where there's some mimics as well that you can take care of. Some strange treasure chests. No surprise what they are, but yeah, make sure you grab this particular area as well just by stepping foot in it. And one other thing to note as well when you're doing this trophy is that certain story locations, basically any place that classes as a one-time visit place that you can't go back to, such as the Rabanastre Palace, a couple of spoilers here as well for some of the later areas, just as a warning. The Palace, as I said, the Draculaur Laboratory, and also the end of the game, which is Bahamut. Those are places that don't count towards this trophy. I haven't even finished the game yet, to be honest with you. I haven't been to the final dungeon, and yet obviously we've still got the trophy. Anyhow, what does count and should be pointed out is Pharos. You do need to visit Pharos, and you do need to visit all of the Subterra areas in order to get them to count towards the trophy. If you struggle with that, type Pharos into the playlist of this series. Just, you know, do Control and F when you've got the playlist open, type Pharos, and that should bring you to some of my Pharos videos, and just look for any of the Subterra ones and you'll see how to access that area. And that's really all there is to it. One thing to note, at the start I wasn't sure whether or not you had to explore or go into the areas where you'd collected the maps for. It turns out you do. because the final area for me here that I had to go into to trigger the trophy itself was part of the Ogre Yenta Sandsea, or whatever that place is called. And as you can see, you know, I've got the map for it, so every part of it is there to see on the map, but I did actually have to trigger the area by going into this section I'm going into at this point. So you just check, there we go, look, there's the trophy. Just check on the world map that I showed you from the main menu, and you'll get that all sorted, and just look for the spaces where you haven't yet been. Okay guys, so I don't think there's much else that can really be said about this trophy. You'll get it done, I'm sure. It's not too much of a hassle, fortunately. Like I say, it's a lot better than what the actual trophy text makes it out to be. Fully explore every map. Having just gone through Final Fantasy XIV myself, and literally having to explore every single nook and cranny in every area of that game in order to get the map explored, which is something you need to do as part of a quest for an item in that game. I was expecting the worst when I came to this trophy, which is why I've put it off until now. But fortunately, as you can see, it turns out that wasn't the case, and it is a lot more forgiving. But guys, that's going to be pretty much it for this video, so I hope you've enjoyed and I hope it has helped you out. And let us know in the comment section when you get your Cartographer trophy and how long it took you, and if you had any tricky areas that you had to access before you could get it to pop, and maybe that will help others as well if they're still lacking before, you know, lacking in an area or whatever they can't find. So thanks for stopping by today guys, and hopefully I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy XII. I look forward to it. Take care.